What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful breezy Tuesday. I'm doing really good myself. Uh, Before we get directly into this particular story right here, I just want to talk briefly about a narrative that is being pushed by a few women out here on YouTube. Deborah Yah of Redirect, Cynthia G, Paris Milan, and this Chrissy, just to name a few, are pushing the narrative that the black man happens to be the most dangerous man in the escalating violence to the black woman, which couldn't be further from the truth. These women are appealing to the enemy and the powers that be to make the black man the enemy. And that's just what it is. These women are what I perceive to be, in my own opinion, sellouts. Okay? And they have a severe disdain for black men. And they really do. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be so quick to point the finger at the black man 24/7, just like the enemy does. And that's basically what they do. Now, of course, we do have situations in the black community where there are domestic violence, between the black man, and sometimes, the black man is the aggressor, and the black woman is basically the victim. Okay. But then sometimes in other situations, the shoe's on the other foot, where the black man is actually the victim and the black woman's the aggressor. But in situations like that, you never hear about black women being spoken against for those ones that are the aggressor by these women right here. And there's a reason for that. I understand why, because like I said, they are appealing to the enemy, and that's just what it is. And they hardly ever touch on stories like this. Now, see, what the real deal is that we as a people, so-called black people, you understand, are basically victimized by one common enemy. And that's, basically white wannabe supremacists. That's basically what it is. Black women are being killed in the streets by not only everyday white wannabe, supremacists, but even law enforcement. Okay, just like the black man is, just like the black child is. See, but you never hardly hear these women speak on situations like this. Just like with this story right here. Georgia woman dies after falling out of police car, and her family wants answers. Now I'm going to tell you something. It is virtually impossible to fall out of a closed door police car. Okay? There are no handcuffs. You are handcuffed, sorry. But there are no door locks, no door latches. They open it from the outside. Okay? It's things like this. I even came across a story that I did probably about several months ago about a black woman that was on a bus, and there was a white wannabe sick supremacist, that was in the chair behind her, the seat behind her, and he literally wrapped a plastic grocery sack around her neck and pulled it tight as he could with all his might, and he decapitated that woman on a city bus. You see, stories like this is not being told, and they refuse to read stories like this for the most part. But it's always the black man's fault, no matter what, with these women. To be honest with you, I've written them off with the enemy because they are doing his bidding. Okay? Now, to get into this article right here, I guess this is the sister right here that this is alleged to have happened to. It was announced on Thursday by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation that it is investigating the death of a 28-year-old Brianna Marie Greer, who died on July 21st after an in-custody incident with Hancock County Sheriff's Office deputies that happened just 6 days earlier. As explained by the GBI in a statement, deputies were called to a house in Sparta on July 15th, and Greer soon detained. And Greer was soon detained. The statement read. Okay, when Joan gave me this story right here, I was not shocked whatsoever. And I knew that they were going to come up with a lie. I said, they are lying. I believe that they did that. There's foul play in this situation right here, but who's going to believe it? This is the police. You know what I'm saying? I mean, after all, these people, if you can call them people, are turning off their body cams and killing people. Shit like that. I mean, all kinds of dirty shit. Okay? But to continue, while deputies were taking Greer to the Hancock County Sheriff's Office, Greer fell out of a patrol car and sustained significant injuries. She later died because of those injuries. Greer's parents called police saying that their daughter was having a schizophrenic crisis. They wanted paramedics to come assist her, as they had done previously. However, when sheriff's deputies went to their home, they claimed Greer had alcohol in her breath. She said that she had been drinking and was put in handcuffs, escorted into a patrol car, and detained for intoxication. Her father, Marvin Greer, said, Greer soon died in police custody. She leaves behind a set of 3-year-old twin girls. Okay. Now, what I'm not understanding is if she had alcohol in her breath, wasn't she in her home? You understand what I mean? Is it a sin to drink it? I mean, not a sin, but a crime to drink at home. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. She's not bothering nobody. I don't know what her father called. I don't know if she assaulted him. It don't make any sense to me why they would take her out, and put her, in handcuffs. But let's continue. The father who called the police now wants answers. Okay. He needs to know what happened to our daughter. No, excuse me. We need to know what happened to our daughter. He told the Washington Post Friday, if we had known it was going to end up this way, we wouldn't have let her stay here. Okay. Well, I've seen other stories, whenever people may be having some sort of a schizophrenic crisis, you call for help and the police show up and these people die. Okay, so I don't understand why you wouldn't have known this. This is what's happening here in this country a lot. Okay, now to continue, on the morning of July 15th, police told Greer's mother that her daughter had allegedly kicked the back door in and jumped out of the police car. Greer's father said police told them she had suffered a head injury and had been taken to the hospital. However, this just doesn't add up. Anybody knows that no one can just kick a door open on a police cruiser. I never heard nobody else say it happened, Greer's father said to the Washington Post. And with her hands behind her back, something's not right here. GBI said Greer's body will be taken to their crime lab for an autopsy. Though there is no timeline for the release date for their findings, Greer's family deserves justice for what happened to their daughter. Although sadly, nothing will bring her back to them. And that's true. That's true. But yet and still, you just don't want this to be left up, in the air as to what happened to this woman right here. It's just like the story I did yesterday. It seems like there's some people out there that just don't want to believe that no matter all these crimes that we see law enforcement are actually committing in the name of law enforcement with the badge, gun, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people still believe that they can do no wrong. Like the story I did yesterday, where this woman said that she was locked up in Collin County jail for 2 days and she was raped by 100 men. Now, she may have exaggerated the number of men that she's alleged to have been thrown in this cell with, butt naked, and they just took advantage of her. And then, but she went to the hospital, and the hospital did corroborate her story that she had been through some kind of serious damage. All right. But there are people that just don't want to believe that, hey, nah, that can't happen. I just don't believe it. Okay, whatever. But these devils are doing all kinds of mischief. All right. And that's just what it is. And women like Deborah Yah, Cynthia G, Paris Milan, and whoever else, out here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're going to be held accountable for your idle words. Because you know what you're doing. You know what it's all about, and you know why you're doing it. See? These women have severe envy. I'm saying for the black man. I don't know, it's because they want what they perceive as what the power of black men have. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Because regardless of what state we are in now as black men, we still are powerful men. You understand? I mean, we might be in a fallen state. You understand? But we are still powerful black men. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because when the Most High raises back up, then see, order is going to be reestablished. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of ass kicking going on, Jack. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's just what it is. See, all this old wayward acting, and that's for our wayward brothers, wayward sisters, wayward children. A lot of ass kicking coming, Jack. And that's just what it is. And all this sellout shit is not going to be no more. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.